What's the secret to a living room that looks relaxed and refined? It's not a matching lounge set. It's actually purposeful pattern play. Now, this is not cushions for cushions' sake, but a lot of people have a lot of opinions about the cushions in the comment sections of my previous videos. You'll also find that some of the examples that I use in these videos are a bit more maximalist. I want to let you know that you do not have to love the maximalist style to be able to use these principles in your home. I've tried to sprinkle in a few more neutral or not such extreme examples, so I hope that helps with some of these ideas in your own home. But with all things design, this is really about you. If you don't love something, don't put it in your house. If you love parts of something, just take what fits and leave what doesn't. Because remember, you want to love your space, fill it with joy, and make it yours. That is the whole purpose of this channel. I'm Ash, and this is Pattern Theory, where we decode the science of good design room by room. The living room, your home's mood board. It's your home's cover letter, but also where you might want to relax in your hoodie. It's often the room that sets the tone for your entire home. So essentially, it's gonna be your home's mood board, but here's the tricky bit. It's gotta feel both polished and personal. Welcoming, but not chaotic. Curated, but not too precious. It's a space that needs to look good both in golden hour, but also under a pile of laundry. Pattern is going to be your shortcut to pulling this all off. It shapes the mood, it anchors your furniture, and it tells your brain, oh, this is somewhere that I can relax. And if pattern isn't your thing, that's okay too. A little bit of color can provide the same impact. But today we're talking about pattern. Pattern is instant zoning. Your living room is basically a multi-hyphenate. It's a reading nook, movie night diner, a pet playground, and sometimes an accidental home office. But here's the thing, most living rooms are not designed for all these multi-purposes. So zoning is really gonna help you achieve this seamlessly. Because without it, zones can get really messy fast. Enter pattern. Strategic pattern placement is going to separate all of your zones without adding any walls. An animal print rug can ground your seating area. A cool patterned chair with a cute table can encourage a reading zone. Even a checked cushion can signal a drop zone. And unlike architectural changes, pattern zoning is renter friendly, budget friendly, and instant gratification friendly. But you do want to be careful what types of patterns that you use, because each pattern can influence a different type of emotion. Design psychology time. Your environment directly influences your emotions. The first question that's good to ask yourself is, how do I want to feel in this space? Then simply choose patterns that will support that emotion. And this can be different for everyone. As I mentioned earlier, design is very individual specific. So use patterns that evoke the emotion in you that you want to feel, not what Karen in the comments section says that you should. Here's some examples. Soft curves, organic shapes, and layered textures. These all say you are safe here. A gentle botanical print is calm. A chunky knitted throw exudes coziness. A bold abstract print can add excitement and energy to your space. Think of this as a bit of like aromatherapy for your eyes. And if you're not sure how to bring this emotion to life, I've created an emotional pattern cheat sheet. It's linked below in my bio. The eye needs a path. Your living room is often the most visually stimulating room in your home. So if your eye doesn't really know where to go, the emotion that you're going to evoke is chaos. And I bet that's not what you were aiming for. So use pattern to bring order. A repeating motif in your cushion leads the eye towards a sofa. A geometric crocheted throw guides your eyes toward a reading chair. A statement wallpaper with a consistent rhythm can really give the whole room structure. The key here, echo, don't duplicate. Choose a primary pattern and then repeat that color or pattern throughout your room, like a cushion, a lampshade, or some wall art. I've linked my personal Canva mood board for our new living room in the comments below if you'd like to check out how I've used this principle in our own new home that we're building. Soon to come to life, we're moving in about a month. Now remember, this is like a remix, not a replay. Color and pattern equal mood science. Now let's talk about color psychology within these patterns that we're choosing. Warm tones like rusts, mustards, and terracotta can feel intimate and earthy. They really turn up the cozy. Cool tones like a sage, a dusty blue, a charcoal, they can bring in calm and composure. They're really great for creating visual breath. Cool tones is something that you'll see repeated in my home with a few little bits of pink and stuff mixed in. But our main living area is going to be those cool tones, the grays, the navy blues. I'm really excited to show you guys. Neutrals and black and white prints, they're a total grounding force. They help rein in the bold statements and create a bit of balance. So before you commit to some really bold graphic rug that you may love, just ask yourself, is this evoking the emotion that you want to feel in your room? Maybe it's a lovely rug, but fit for an emotion that you want to evoke in a different room, maybe just not your living room. If you're unsure, I've created a design feelings card deck. It's perfect for decoding your vibe and translating it into real decor choices. Again, link below. Now, as always, let's turn all of this theory into 5 examples that you can implement in your home today. And if these don't vibe with you, take what you want, leave what you don't. The hero rug. Big pattern is going to give you some big personality. Anchor your space with a rug that either complements the color palette that you're implementing or maybe adds a bit of interest in a way that contrasts. Layered cushions. Unmatched on purpose. One bold, one textured, and one bridging. That brings all the colors together. It's pattern play with a seating plan. And if you hate cushions, maybe try adding a bit of a throw. That can have the same impact in a blanket instead of a cushion. A statement chair. Want to test a bold print without committing to the entire room? Try adding a colorful pattern to an accent chair and see how it fits your vibe. You can also use a slip cover or even a cheap blanket if you want to try some pattern without having to reupholster your entire furniture. This is actually the first thing that I did when I started playing with pattern and color. I had that sad millennial gray sofa that everybody has, and I knew something had to change. So I started throwing colorful throw blankets on my sofa. I mean, it's not like the most chic, but it gave me the idea and helped me live with that color before I actually committed to buying new furniture. Drapes that talk back. Use pattern curtains to frame your view and your vibe. Bonus points for floral prints, stripes, or tone-on-tone motifs that feel intentional but not overpowering. Patterned wall art or wall panels. Go abstract, geometric, or botanical, whatever your room's personality leans towards. A pattern on the wall helps balance solid upholstery and creates a visual rhythm. Bonus tip. Pattern is a storyteller. Pattern isn't just decoration, it's also a narrative. It says, this is who lives here, this is what we value, and this is how we live. So whether you're mixing new and old, bold and subtle, structured and soft, just make sure you're doing it with intention. You're not just decorating a space. You're shaping a mood, building habits. You're designing your life. So that's the living room decoded. From pattern zoning to psychology-based styling, you now have the blueprint to make your space feel livable and elevated. Next up in pattern theory, the entryway. And spoiler, your walls have something to say and it's not eggshell white. Let me know in the comments. What's one pattern you're excited to use in your living room or currently use that you are loving? And what emotion is that helping you portray in that room? Remember, love your space, fill it with joy, and make it yours. I'll see you up next in the entryway.